And do your eyebrows need a makeover? Take a good look at these ladies. They are about to undergo an eyebrow makeover. The results will be stunning. We're going to talk about how to not overpluck your eyebrows. To shape them beautifully, it can frame your face and change your whole appearance.
Have you ever had a bad wax job?
I have. I've had a bad eyebrow wax job where half of my eyebrow was gone after
you know, you tell the lady, look, I like mine thick, and next thing you know, you've got a line, and now you got to draw your eyebrow in. That's not cool.
It's not pretty.
You know what
eyebrows are very important. Don't mess with the brows.
Take them all off. These women are getting an eyebrow makeover. We'll reveal their new looks in just 13 minutes right here on Good Morning Texas.
All right, thanks, Brenda. Just how much does an eyebrow makeover change your face? Coming up next, these women find out. Our eyebrow makeover reveal is next. Tired of unruly eyebrows? Well, you can transform the look of your entire face with pro tips for creating, shaping, tweezing, and plucking perfect eyebrows. Pearl Moreau from the Jean-Philippe Salon joins us now to educate us on the art of the arch. Good morning, Pearl.
Good morning.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
I love brows, and I think that they can make or break the face. What are some common mistakes people make when it comes to shaping their brows?
A lot of times people will overpluck, or they just start doing one shape on one eyebrow and go to another shape on the other brow.
Yeah, sometimes my brows look very different.
Naturally, one brow is a little bit different than the other. So instead of, sometimes you can't get them exactly the same, but just trying to get the symmetry about the same is what we're looking for.
And that's why we go to the pros. We shouldn't try to do it ourselves if we're not very handy with the tweezer.
If you're not handy with the tweezer.
That can just be
there
a
are
big
people
mistake.
we ban from the tweezer.
That's right. Well, what's the, I know there's some rules. You said you follow the 3 points. What are those?
I'll show you on Angie. The 3 rule of thumb would be to go from the interior of the eye for the beginning, the outside of the iris from the outer edge of the nose for the arch, and then to the edge of the eye from the outside of the nose to the edge of the eye for the end.
So there is an art to it.
There's an art to it, but you have to take it, I mean, each person has a different face symmetry. Sometimes the face is not balanced.
Right. Well, let's show we have some really good before and after pictures. Let's look at this because viewers can really see the dramatic difference. This is Mai, right?
This is Mai. And Mai was done, those are her natural brows. She's very, very thin, and there's not a whole lot we can do with it. She doesn't have a bad shape. They just don't come out. So what we did with her is just added a little bit of makeup. So when she wants to be a little bit more dramatic and go out at night, she could just pump it up a little bit, bring in the outer eye.
That after is fantastic.
Well, you see on the one, she has one of her brows is a little too far out. So we just brought the eyebrow in to bring the balance of the eyes in.
So you just cleaned it up a little bit, and then you filled in some space. And you made a nice little arch for her, too. It wasn't so rounded. That looks great. All right, we also have another before and after picture. Who is this we're seeing?
This is another client.
This is another client. Client A, we'll call her. Okay.
This would be client B. And this client, what she had is she's a blonde who has these thick brows that they're a little bit unruly. You can't really see in the picture, but she has some length in it, so we had to trim them up. And she has a little bit of excess on the bottom. So we just took them and we defined them, cleaned them up, and painted, put the brow powder inside just to give it a nice softness to it.
That's a really drastic before and after, I think, too, Pearl, because her eyes look just so much better. And that arch really can act like Botox, can it?
Oh,
it really can give you a great lift on your eye.
Absolutely.
So we don't need the Botox necessarily. We just need a good arch. All right. Well, these girls went over and had their makeover done. This is Angie. Tell me a little bit first what you did with her to clean up her arch.
Well, Angie has a great natural shape. We didn't do anything to her natural shape, but because she's blonde, a lot of blondes tend to be furry. They have a little bit of...
I won't let her say that about you again, Angie.
We have a little bit of a furriness. So what happens is we just took the wax to clean her up the fuzz around there to give her a real definitive brow. We took a little bit of pencil, but she really doesn't need it. She has a great natural shape.
Yeah.
Her symmetry is perfect. And in some cases, you just don't need to do a major change on yourself. Sometimes God just gave you what you should have had.
That's nice. And just kind of cleaning it up a little bit.
Just cleaning it up a little bit will just give you that little pop.
All right, I'm going to ask you the age-old question. Powder versus pencil when it comes to making that shape. Is it just personal preference?
Personal preference. Pencil, because it has a wax form to it, will last a little bit longer. Powder is a little bit softer in the look. But then again, you have just what are you good at doing? I mean, I prefer powder, but if someone comes to me and says I want waxed or wax application or a pencil, that's absolutely fine.
Okay, and over here we have Brandy. Now she has lots to work with those
Brandy
brows.
has amazing brows, amazing hair and amazing brows, but they tend to get overpowering. Okay. They're a little bit thick, but we still like the thickness because she's got these amazing big eyes, and we wanted to keep the thickness. So all I did was we went in and we just softened it up a tad bit. We could do it with color too, but because she's so dark, we decided to keep the depth of her eyebrow.
Yeah.
Just cleaned it up a little bit, and with the powder, we just elongated just a tad bit so that they wouldn't be so thick and short to give her broadness.
And it really blends well, like you said, with the nice dark striking hair. The brows look great. They frame the face. And it blends everything together. It's an accessory, like you say, Pearl. All right, Pearl, ladies, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
And for more information about the Jean-Philippe Salon, log on to our website at wfaa.com/GMT.